I think that there's something really powerful in connecting with that, but then also in connecting with what I was mentioning to you with the mother or the maiden, the mother, and the crone, and connecting that with your life cycles. Because in a woman's life, there's birth, then there's maidenhood, right? Young womanhood, so to speak, where you're single, you might still be unmarried or married without children. And then there's this big transformation when you decide to become a mother. And I think there's also intuition and vortices, opening up that never really fully close after you've become a mom. I mean, there's not just the intuitive link to your children, but a lot of women will become more intuitive overall after having babies, right? And then there's that whole phase, that hour of life when you raise your children and all of that. But then we have another switch point, and I'm not there yet, but I've read a lot about it. I see it in the sort of the crones, the wise women of my life, where we switch again and the blood goes away, but then the wisdom kind of sinks in, right? And that's when we really channel the wisdom. And in ancient times, as women, we lived in tribes together. And we supported each other, young women, old women, mothers. We all helped raise the children. The wise women, the older women would advise the young women. And there was no sort of this notion of, well, what do you know, kind of. But it was a mutual helping and healing and shifting through the tides of life together. And I think that bringing that back into our modern society is something that's going to be very healing, especially on for us as women, because I feel, especially in this season of my life that I am in right now, I see it in my clients. There's a lot of isolation and, feeling alone. I hear all the time, I feel so alone in my motherhood, yet we have social media and all of that. There's a lot of judgment instead of helping each other and supporting and creating community and tribe, a tribal sort of energy amongst us.